Number one, Ibble Dibble here. Hello, friends. Today I felt like doing something a little less analytical, though I do think you can tell a whole lot about a person by the way they dress. So I thought it would be fun to rank Meghan's pre-wedding royal engagement looks. You may recall that Meghan wanted to hit the ground running, in her words, and was permitted to do an unprecedented number of royal engagements with Harry before they were even married, 19 in all. I'm going to rank them best to worst because whatever anyone says, I genuinely try to be fair to Meghan. She just repeatedly keeps coming up short of my judgment. If looking at mid-range women's ready-to-wear from 5 years ago bores you, I get it. I put a timestamp in the description box below so you can fast forward to my conclusions. Before we begin, let me issue some boilerplate fashion video disclaimers. There is no accounting for taste. Taste is obviously subjective and relative to cultural and local norms. I'm simply sharing my opinions. I'm not judging yours or you. I don't think you're bad or have bad taste if you own something I don't like or like something I don't like. Second, I'm not going to criticize Meghan's body. People of all shapes and sizes can dress well, photograph well, look good, and derive confidence and pleasure from their clothes. I hope they do. Third, I'm not going to deride how much her clothes cost per se. Her clothes during her time cohabiting with and being engaged to Harry before their wedding did not even approach the standard rich lady basket for either professionals or socialites. I believe that was a strategic decision. I'm going to talk about my takeaways after we rank the outfits, so stick around for that. Finally, I apologize in advance if I don't get the exact name of the event or organization correct or mention every organization involved in any given appearance. No disrespect is intended. So let's get ranking. Number one, in my opinion, this is just about the best Meghan has ever looked in terms of streetwear. This is January 2018, a visit to a Brixton radio station. The total cost of this outfit is $3,727 US. I'll be putting all of these prices in US dollars just to keep it consistent. Everything she's wearing here is British or Canadian. The cheapest items here are very attainable. Her Aritzia belt is $22. Her M&S wool jumper, $55. Her jigsaw scarf, $85. Even the jewelry, the Plaisir de Berks bar earrings, $375. The Sarah Flint heels, $395. The most expensive thing she's wearing here are her Burberry trousers, which go for $1,800. They are worth it. This is the best Meghan has ever looked in trousers. Her waist is a problem area for her. Her calves are a problem area for her. She has a lot of trouble looking good in all belted looks, but particularly belted trouser looks. She also has a lot of trouble picking out light colored neutral and nudes that work with her skin tone. A big part of that may be the umpteen shades and brands of self-tanner she uses. This cool-toned oatmeal coat and scarf look great with her coloring, coordinate perfectly with the black outfit underneath. Everything here is correct. The fit is correct, the color is flattering, the outfit is appropriate for the time of day, occasion, and audience. She's even getting away with the messy hair here because because let's be honest, we've all looked like that at the end of a tough day in the office. This is my number one look for Meghan. Look number two, this is Belfast, March 23rd, 2018. The total cost of this outfit is $3,005. Again, everything in this look is British or Canadian. I especially like the background on this Charlotte Elizabeth Bloomsbury bag. It's a very unique and inspirational story how she went into business involving the NHS and the Prince's Trust. Check it out. There are a few little things I don't like about this outfit, but I'm really nitpicking. This Victoria Beckham sweater, the little VB monogram, I wouldn't wear this. There's enough cashmere in Scotland that you don't need to wear somebody else's initials. That said, Meghan gets the colors and the fit right in this look. She loves wearing earthy colors, brown, green, sand. But to this day, she has failed to understand that her undertones are cool. She needs cool tones clothes to pop her complexion. Perhaps it was simply a stroke of luck that all of the earthy colors used in this look have cool undertones. Also, the fit is perfect for her. This tulip skirt is perfect for her. Makes the waist look thinner, makes the calves look wider. If I were her, I would have bought 2 of these. One to wear, one for a dressmaker to split the seams on and make a pattern out of. This is a 4-season skirt. It would look just as good in a bias cut silk as in double-faced cashmere. It's a good one for her. Also, her trick of half tucking everything can be irritating and inappropriate, but it's fine in this look. Fantastic. Look number 3, this was April 2018 at a reception Malcolm Turnbull held for Invictus. This is what I would call the new Sloane Ranger. Bog standard girl with a rich dad going to lunch in Chelsea. The total cost of this look is $19,085. It's a printed sundress under a McQueen jacket with Manolo BBs, $15,000 Cartier diamond studs, and a random black shoulder bag. She loses some points for none of the accessories being British and the print being kind of ugly, but she looks good here in my opinion. Look number 4, this is February 28th, 2018, the infamous Royal Foundation Forum interview. She loses points for an American dress and French earrings by Jason Wu and Isabelle Marant, respectively. But I really like this. The dress flatters her in color, fit, and style, as do the shoes. Very few people can wear ankle strap heels. Ankle strap heels require slender ankles. So she's taking what some might consider a negative feature and making it into a real positive with this style of shoe. She's proven time and time again that she really doesn't understand when navy and black can be worn together and when they cannot. But in this outfit, perhaps by chance, she got it right. This is good. Oh, did I mention the total cost of this outfit? $4,215. Look number 5, celebrating the Queen's 92nd birthday at Royal Albert Hall. This is the first outfit that I personally would not wear. This is now officially sinking below my standards. This outfit costs $8,576. The dress is great, but boring for this event. I love Neem Khan. This bag is not good. The navy Manolos clash with the navy Stella dress. A good way stylists check for this sort of thing is taking flash pictures. Oftentimes in the sunlight, it looks like different blacks, browns, or navies will work together, but when you take a flash photo, you realize they kind of don't. She should have worn gold heels to match that handbag. It would have been appropriate for the evening. It would have made that very office day dress look more evening. And this is the first time we're subjected to the Markle mashup. The thousands and thousands of dollars of yellow gold bracelets she stacks artlessly, so none of them look good. Here she's wearing 3 Sean bracelets and 1 Thai jewelry bracelet. Sean, one of the most famous British jewelry designers of the modern era. And you can't see his work at all. Look 6 is actually a better overall look than look 5, but she messed up her hems so badly, it's ranking number 6. This is at the Endeavor Fund Awards in February 2018. The total cost of this outfit is $7,379. She is wearing a beautiful McQueen suit that looks great on her, except that she did something weird with the hems. This is not what the trousers looked like on the runway. She had them shortened with small cuffs put in. Why? Whoever did it did a terrible job. You can see the legs are not hemmed evenly, and either is hemmed at a strange spot somewhere above her ankle anyway. I think she was trying to make her legs look longer and leaner by doing this. It did not work out. It ruined the suit. I'm also annoyed that she can't just wear this pussy bow blouse the right way. She has to do something weird with the bow and the neckline and ruin it. When you tie it like that, you look like you're wearing a school tie. Finally, she does lose a couple points for the Prada purse, as if there's not a black leather clutch in Britain. Look number 7, April 25th, 2018, the Anzac Thanksgiving service. This ensemble is worth $30,490. It was her last appearance before her wedding, and she was pulling out the big guns for the first time. I get the feeling Charles's check just cleared. This awful suit is bespoke Amelia Wickstead. It costs around $12,000. That's a Matelassé fabric. It looks like a cheap early 60s bedspread. Yes, I know Sophie has the same one in icy blue. Yes, I think that looks even more like a cheap 1960s bedspread. Also, the silhouette is not correct on Meghan. The skirt is too long. The jacket is too short. I shouldn't be able to see that waistband under this jacket. I should only be able to see the waistband when she lifts her arms slightly. It's the suggestion of the waist that makes this style of suit so charming. This bespoke Philip Treacy beret is another tragedy of design. How did this happen? It doesn't have sufficient height for a skirt that length. And are dragonflies an Anzac symbol? Can somebody let me know in the comments below? It seems very odd to add an Animalia reference for a memorial service if it doesn't symbolize something meaningful. And here we have another new black mini bag with gold chain. How many do you need, Meghan? We're up to 3. At least she repeated the Cartier earrings, which, by the way, are not my favorite. I actually think they're one of Cartier's weakest designs. But at least she repeated the earrings and the shoes. The people love repeats. This is Jackie O cosplay and it's a fail. Look 8. This is April 19th at the Community Heads of Government Meeting Women's Empowerment reception at the Royal Aeronautical Society. Only thing I like about this outfit are the shoes. As I said, Meghan can wear this style and not many can. And the earrings. The earrings are cute. It's true, this dress does not work for Meghan's body type. Beyond that, this is not a good dress. When you look at it up close, the draping is really sloppy. The fabric is slightly too thin, and it has an artificially high waist, but a self belt inches below that artificially high waist. It would look better on somebody with a more hourglass figure than Meghan, but this is not a good dress on anyone. It's not a good dress. And again, I'm just confused. You could have any number of hundreds of dressmakers in London whip you up a beautiful, perfect, not too tight wiggle dress with neckline interest from better fabric. This style of dress is a bread and butter order for them. They have every relevant vintage pattern in this style going back to the 1940s that they can size and tweak and make to measure. This dress is just a big why for me. And I don't hate this Gucci bag, but it's not giving. First of all, it's yet another black mini bag with chain strap. But more specifically, this chain looks cheap, this serpent looks cheap as Gucci goes. The total cost for this outfit, $4,675. Look 9, April 18th at the Commonwealth Youth Forum. This outfit costs $5,450. The dress is fine. It certainly could have been improved. She would have done well to alter the neckline into something more like a sweetheart shape and alter the straps into a crisscross or a halter situation to make her look a little bit less broad at the top. I also would have gotten rid of that self belt and gone with a very wide suede black belt to try to create a waist on her. I like the jacket. I love the shoes. I love Tamara Mellon and I love her shoes, even though sometimes they're too sexy, if that's such a thing. My main problem with this outfit is just stripes on stripes on stripes. The straps on the shoes, the black and white striped dress, the black and white striped bag, the bar earrings, enough. It's nice to have a motif repeated twice. She could have gotten away with the dress, the shoes, and the bar earrings, but the bag is just too much. She's pushed it too far. Why didn't she break out one of the 4 solid black handbags we've already seen? Look 10. I think this is where we officially enter the danger zone, where even people who don't love fashion, don't love clothes, can see that this is not correct. This is April 25th, the Anzac Dawn service. The outfit costs $3,385. The coat is simultaneously terribly drab and attention grabbing because it's much lighter than anyone else would wear to a memorial service. And yet again, she did something weird with the hem to try to show off her ankles. She's also carrying the flashiest of her daytime clutches, which is kind of inappropriate for the occasion. This is a no. Look 11, March 12th, Commonwealth Day, Thanksgiving service, I believe. This outfit costs $5,200. This coat doesn't fit her. This is clearly way too big for her. It looks like she borrowed it from somebody. It's so poorly done. It's by Amanda Wakely, who recently went out of business, but was a royal favorite for decades. She's made clothes for Diana, Camilla, and Kate, not to mention everyone in that circle. She was really a go-to person for weddings, graduations, Easter. Also, this is the Crombie coat. It's one of her classic designs. You'll see it on umpteen women if you spend 3 weeks in West London. So what happened with Meghan? Why does Meghan's look terrible? It's definitely something wrong with Meghan, not something wrong with Amanda. I also hate the way she flips the collar. If you look at this picture, you can see that the underside of the collar is not finished. It was never meant to be flipped. It makes the coat look cheap and the wearer look careless. Also, why would she flip it? It wasn't cold that day, and she was getting photographed. She really thought she was cute here. Nope. This navy dress is also from Amanda Wakely. It has an oversized gold zip all the way down the back. So I'm glad she was wearing a coat she couldn't take off because this dress is way too sexy for this event. The earrings and the mulberry bag are neither here nor there. I like the beret. Congratulations, Stephen Jones. You've created the one redeeming element in this outfit. Look 12, International Women's Day in Birmingham, March 8th. This outfit is worth $6,290. First, let me compliment her. These Alexander Wang trousers are just as good as those Burberry trousers. I ranked number 1. Meghan has a tough time with trousers. These look fantastic on her. They're just the right length. They look great with the shoes. And if she hadn't cinched that ugly coat so tightly she couldn't breathe for multiple hours, that sweater wouldn't look so wrinkled and awful. If the sweater wasn't so terribly wrinkled, it would look perfect with those trousers and heels. Unfortunately, we do have this hideous coat, which is giving me cheap early 70s acrylic wool knit, especially with that white contrast detail. It clashes with the black trouser and shoes, and it clashes with the also navy but different shade of navy handbag. Look 13, April 23rd, the Stephen Lawrence Memorial Service. This ensemble costs $17,090, but the majority of that is the $15,000 Cartier earrings. This dress looks great on her. The shoes look great on her. The bag is fine. They all clash with each other. There's really nothing more to say about it. Look number 14, Meghan's first ever official royal engagement, December 1st, 2017 in Nottingham. This outfit costs $2,739. Again, just clash on clash on clash. The black boots and turtleneck with the navy coat over it looks fine. This khaki colored skirt from Joseph is not great. I don't like its asymmetric loose pleats to make it look like you're constantly stepping onto your right foot. There are no belt loops on it, but Meghan chose to wear a belt. I think the belt does flatter her, but it's a little incongruous. What ruins it is this Strathbury bag. Should have gone with black suede. Look 15, November 27th, the day most people first laid eyes on Meghan, her official engagement announcement in the Sunken Garden. This outfit is worth $2,960. A lot of people have commented that these shoes look a bit large for her. Are these the shoes she stole from a photo shoot, or is that a different pair of shoes? Let me know in the comments below. Again, this is just a clashing issue. The coat could have gone with the shoes, but neither works with this dress. I know she's from California, but why am I looking at white and nude on November 27th? Go for it, Meghan. Give us full cheesy bride. Complete it with a buttercream pearl trimmed sheath dress. I do like the opal earrings. I think that's a conservative, nice choice that she's never worn again, has she? Look 16. April 6th,
The UK Invictus Trials. This one is off the rails bad for me. It costs $3,065. I cannot stand this coat. Can you imagine anything more useless than a trench coat with no buttons or belt? It also does not look good with her coloring, and honestly, I can't think of a single complexion this would flatter. And it's supposed to be fashion. This isn't from Beretta, this isn't from Barber, she's not going shooting. This coat is so remarkably ugly and useless. And these jeans, oh, what was she thinking? Probably that they look good on the model. It's very clear in most of these photos that Meghan is an online shopper, maybe somebody who has a problem and orders a lot of stuff last minute. Instead of giving herself enough time to try things on, return them, repurchase if necessary, tailor as necessary, etc., I would bet money that she's a late night, higher drunk, binge shopping, overnight delivery shopping addict. And that is what these jeans are giving. These are just jeans for a different body. Also, if she knew she was going to be traipsing around a stadium and a track and a field, why is she wearing heels? Probably just because she put on these jeans for the first time that morning, realized they were too long, and freaked out that she had nothing to wear. Any normal person would have worn sneakers. Look 17, we're now officially entering WTF territory. This is January 18th at Cardiff Castle. This outfit is worth $6,974. Love the Tabitha Simmons boots. I'm fine with the Stella McCartney coat. I think it's more a coat you wear to dinner than a coat you wear during the day because of that silk satin sash. But the coat and the scarf and the boots, which also have a lovely formal velvet texture, could have all worked together for a really sophisticated minimalist look. I can even forgive her these slim cut black jeans. They're not great, but they're not bad. This jacket though, she obviously wore it because it's a Prince of Wales check. Most of the photographs of her from this event only show her from the waist up because she looks beautiful in a boat neck. You can see my full body pictures are rather blurry because nobody really bought them and published them. It gives her a waist which is wonderful, but it's, I think, the worst length possible. It cuts her off at her very widest place, makes her hips look much wider than they are, and makes her rear look much flatter. Not as bad as those mother jeans at Invictus, but not good. If this were a coat dress, it would be smashing, perfection. But as a jacket, it's horrible. And then, of course, being Meghan, she had to ruin it by wearing some random clashing handbag. This one is forest green. I don't know how she could put on this outfit, especially owning umpteen black handbags, and think, I know what this needs. A forest green handbag. Look 18. This is February 13th in Edinburgh. This outfit costs $10,625. It's the trousers. I can almost forgive her for wearing black suede pumps on a rainy day and cartoonishly stomping and splashing around, no doubt manically fake laughing all the while. But these unhemmed, floppy, dragging in the puddles trousers, I cannot forgive. The faux pearl detail on them is so hideous also. Meghan is so oblivious to little details like that. Pull off those ugly plastic pearls and put on some nice, oversized, genuine gray abalone buttons. Get your trousers half-lined, hemmed, and cuffed, or even better, don't buy these. Go to any tailor on Savile Row and have a lovely pair of sailor pants made. Finally, the coat as an object is great. It's a beautiful Burberry wool coat, very appropriate for the occasion, but you can see that she ordered it in a size that is much too small. It's extremely tight around her shoulders and upper arms. It doesn't have sufficient give where it buttons. It doesn't have sufficient overlap below the waist. I've seen this before, particularly with outerwear, where women imagine they can turn a coat that was purposefully designed to look boxy and oversized and a bit casual into a tailored A-line princess cut coat by just ordering it 2 sizes too small. That's not how it works. And finally, the worst of her post-engagement pre-wedding looks, in my opinion, Christmas at Sandringham 2017. This outfit costs $11,021. Browns and camels are so hard to coordinate. I've already said I believe she wore a very light colored coat and brown to get attention at Christmas time. It's extremely obvious that you either wear a very dark color in December or red and green for Christmas. This is so bad. The coat is way too busy. The shade doesn't flatter her. I'm sure she just wanted to buy these Stuart Weitzman Highline boots, which were the boot to have at the time. And she wasn't honest with herself that they don't look great on her. They obviously pull around her ankles in an unflattering way. Likewise, this Chloe bag, it really was one of the it bags that year. And 5 years later, we can all look back at it with fresh eyes and realize it was ugly. It was super ugly. The clashing suedes of the bag and the boots bothers me to no end. And of course, the poop emoji hat. She'll never live down that poop emoji hat. She should auction it off for charity, like Beatrice and the toilet seat hat. Meg is always talking about how she loves to do charity work. Admit you were wrong, Meg. Auction the hat. So here are the conclusions I drew after spending a lot of time looking at these outfits. Number 1. I think Meghan snuck into the palace. Hear me out. She lived in Toronto, a 4-season city, for over 5 years, making over $500,000 per year. It stands to reason that she would already have expensive things in good condition, like a cashmere coat in 2 or 3 basic shades, a couple pairs of black trousers, some cream and black silk blouses and cashmere sweaters, some neutral-toned boots and heels, a black jacket, a navy blazer, etc. But every single item she wears for all 19 royal engagements, between her engagement announcement in November and her wedding in May, is brand spanking new. This got me thinking, did Harry ever ask permission for her to move in with him? Did she herself even have the conversation with Harry? Or did she just show up one weekend with a carry-on and a tote bag and more or less refuse to leave, totally snowing Harry while she had Jessica and her maid put everything in her Toronto house into storage? I can't imagine the royal family is in the habit of letting girlfriends move into palaces. Correct me if I'm wrong, especially considering Meghan could afford her own place in London with or without Harry's help. It seems like Meghan never moved her things chez Harry because permission for her to do so was never requested or granted. I think that could also be the reason they are so weirdly resentful about how long they had to stay in Knockcott. Maybe the Queen really was rubbing their noses in it for not respecting her home, her authority, her judgment, and her timeline. Takeaway 2, redundant purchases. In these looks, she uses 4 different black bags where 1 would have done, and 6 various color bags where black would have done. That's 9 unnecessary handbags that genuinely add nothing to their respective looks. Likewise, she wears 5 pairs of black suede pumps where 1 would have done, 3 fawn-colored coats where 1 would have done, and so forth. We're not talking about shoes and coats wearing out or handbags looking dated. All of this stuff was purchased over the course of 5 months. Again, this has the conspiracy wheels turning in my head. Was she testing Harry's boundaries? Was she testing Charles's boundaries? Was she aggressively demanding freebies without the palace's knowledge, and therefore required to wear every single black cross body bag tossed her way? Was she making money affiliate marketing on the suspiciously fast, accurate, high-res, photo-heavy, and unctuously worded Meghan's Mirror blog? Because you do need up-to-date links on multiple current items to make money affiliate marketing. Was she running some sort of narcissistic pity play on Harry, where she tried to seem like she was spending her last dime trying to please his family, and they were not reciprocating the generosity, which she would accept in cash or credit, but preferred in stately homes and highly flattering palace-sourced media coverage? Thank you very much. Is she a shopaholic who simply cannot help herself?
The second boring black mini bag is a mistake. The fourth is clearly a choice. Takeaway 3. She never really cared about buying British/Commonwealth. Euro-owned and designed superhouses like Gucci, Prada, Chloe, and Cartier, and American designers like Jason Wu and Joseph Altuazara figure just as prominently as British and Commonwealth designers in her looks. And again, these are new purchases, not things she already had in her closet before she shouldered the aesthetic burden of championing British design. Number 4. Yep, I'm pretty sure about the affiliate marketing thing. One piece of jewelry from whatever designer says, "Look what Harry got me on a whim." 2 pieces says, "I couldn't help myself at the boutique. I love it." 3 at once is getting into "I'm getting paid to wear this" territory. Out of 19 looks, she wore different Birks house brand jewelry in 7 out of these 19 looks. At Royal Albert Hall, she wore 3 Sean Lean jewelry pieces we never saw again at once, jumbled with a couple other things to, in my opinion, look a bit less obvious. Less than a month apart, she wore 3 different Vanessa Tugendhaft pieces. What do you think? Were the designers cultivating her, or was she cultivating them? Or is she just kind of a shopaholic? These pieces are certainly chintzy relative to what she currently wears. Again, she made more than $500,000 a year for several years in a row and had many of her expenses covered by her ex-husband. She could and would have her own good jewelry. To me, this shows that she comprehends the value of feigning humility. She just deeply resented doing so and won't ever again if she can help it. I'd also like to say that in this 5.5-month period, she doesn't wear her Cartier love bracelet or self-purchased tank watch once. It's pretty tough to argue that the love bracelet and the tank watch are just her personal totems that she's always worn, and it has nothing to do with controlling Harry when she conspicuously abandoned wearing them in order to avoid questions in the lead up to her wedding. Another thing I noticed is that she didn't walk in front of Harry before they were married. She only started doing that after they were married. Interesting. Takeaway number 5, and perhaps this is only about myself, I realized that her lack of color sense bothers me a whole lot more than her lack of tailoring. People are always on about her hems, but no one talks about her total ignorance of color theory. It really smacks me in the face. And finally, takeaway number 6, Meghan either doesn't understand or doesn't appreciate the difference between prosperity and profligacy. Royals must simultaneously embody British prosperity while appearing to eschew profligacy entirely. For example, they're allowed to spend umpteen millions on renovations, but they must be the highest quality, longest lasting, most historically accurate renovations performed by traditional British craftsmen. Prince Charles would never buy any shoes other than the most expensive bespoke pairs from the oldest shoemakers in Britain. That said, he's happy to tell you when his shoes are 30 years old. The point is not that they cost £7,000 once upon a time. The point is supporting British craftsmanship and artistry at the highest possible level. Meghan was clearly not doing this. She was clearly just trying to buy as much stuff as possible. Having more or less the same bag by Gucci, Roland Mouret, Prada, and Jimmy Choo doesn't make Britain look prosperous. It makes Britain look profligate. Quantity over quality is a choice we've seen Meghan make over and over. If she were just doing so with these early fashion choices, I might excuse her for it. A big part of it may just be that she didn't understand the assignment, as fashion people say, but she consistently chooses quantity over quality in aspects of her life quite apart from personal consumption. The charities she works with, media deals, and most poignantly, personal relationships. Meghan invited a lot of people to her wedding, but very few of them knew her at all. For her, it's quantity of contacts, not quality of friendship.
friendships that matters. Obviously, this is not a diagnosis, but consistently choosing quantity over quality in every arena of life is indicative of some issues with emotion regulation and the use of maladaptive strategies to soothe those strong emotions. Obviously, there's a spectrum. It's a rom-com cliche, for example, that normal people eat an entire pint of ice cream after a breakup, but taken to the other extreme, this is highly associated with borderline personality disorder. One more time, I'm not saying Meghan has borderline personality disorder. I am not her psychiatrist. But if you know someone with borderline personality disorder or comorbid cluster B diagnoses who consistently chooses quantity over quality in many aspects of their life due to impulse control problems, let me know in the comments below. What do you think of Meghan's post-engagement, pre-wedding, shopping habits, and outfits? From way back when she was trying to prove to the royal family and the British public that she was the right woman for the job. Toodles! Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.